I'm feeling so excited when I saw this trailer of The Forgotten Island by DreamWorks. Yun, isa-isahin natin ang possible na Easter eggs na makikita natin in this 2-minute trailer alone. And yep, right off the back, we see the Philippine sun, just the DreamWorks logo as you can see. So how did we know that this is Philippine sun? It's because of the 8th sun ray, which symbolizes the 8 provinces yung nag-revolt against the colonizer noong 18th century. And discreetly, they also show 3 prominent stars which represents the 3 regions of the Philippines, of course, which is the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. At sa clouds, we can see the probably close of Sari Manok. Sari Manok is a legendary luck bird in the Philippines. Sa school board naman dito, we can see so many details. Like again, Philippine sun rays, but this time it was cut in half, probably to indicate that the sun is rising. And the stars here should be 3, but they are 4. It may be for design aesthetics, I don't know. And this volcano probably represents volcanoes in the Philippines because we are part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. And also, this is a science bulletin board, so it makes sense. And there's a Be Happy sticky notes. Well, Filipino are well known for smiling even in times of severe distress and also natural disasters. And there are children's arts here which are common in elementary schools. It's quite hard to say if this artworks has meaning or not, and also hard to read the text written on the notes, but it could be list of top children in science class. And here we can see a very prominent sign that says Dream Big, and the arrow is pointing at the Philippine rising sun, which in itself is self-explanatory. And there's also Band-Aid, which we usually see among Filipino kids because we used to play outside, and Band-Aid is always the solution. This could be cheerless, I don't know. At the principal's office, this looks like a carabao, which is officially recognized as Philippine national animal, also known for its hard work and strength. And there are color birds here, could be chiclets, which is typically dyed by vendors to be attracted for the kids, or this could be a Maya, the Philippine national bird made using colored art paper. And here we could see some banderitas, which is prominent to Philippine Fiesta celebration. And during Fiesta, there are also sport events, particularly basketball, volleyball, and these trophies probably won by the school. And there's a large octopus artwork here, which is also prominent sea creatures in the country. Medyo high value to sa mga fishermen. Joe is wearing a typical schoolgirl uniform in the Philippines, the blue checker palda or skirt, and this student wears a cape of manananggal, a legendary vampire sa Filipino folklore. And also the wall is painted with sea wave design for obvious reason that the Philippines is an island in itself surrounded by water. And this could be an old alphabet which is close to J or Joe, but the way I see it's more closer to G. I'm just guessing. It looks like Alibata, but maybe it's not. This could be a representation of mountains in El Nido, Palawan. And these kids might be called at the principal's office. Maybe they got into trouble or something. We will know. Also, the way Joe sits in the chair is what Filipino way of sitting with their foot raised. And the rubber band on her hair, also very typical to Filipino kids. And then the kids' color, they are called kayumanggi, which is brown in English, and we are proud of our colors. And here you can clearly see a text that says, itaas ang kamay, which means raise your hand. And there's a photo of a house and a star in the background. And Joe here is holding a balisong, which is a typical Filipino traditional folding pocket knife. Ito aming sis knife. And there's something written in Joe's shoe, pero mahirap mabasa, so kung ano man yung nakasulat dyan, pa-comment na lang guys down below kung anong inyong hula. I am not sure, but these faces might be Crispin and Basilio from 13, or maybe it's just a typical sad and happy face mask, but it makes sense kasi part na ng horror folklore si Crispin at Basilio ng 13. but I'm not sure if they are related franchise. And also the costume here represents again manananggal, a Filipino vampire that can cut herself in half so she could be lighter and she could fly. And we have ganchillo on her hair, and ganchillo or knitted manananggal doll. Usually knitted dolls are used by mangkukulam or witches. We all know that ganchillo is a typical hobby of Filipina elderlies. In this movie trailer pa lang, sobrang rich na sa Filipino culture. Nakakatuwa. And also Raisa here has mariposa design on her dress. Again, another part of Filipino folklore, a giant fairy butterfly. And the flora and fauna in the background has bamboo and gabi plants, the giant plants with that has heart shapes on it, and it's surrounded by talahi, tall grass. And the BMX bike type here is very popular bicycle in the 90s. And we miss one detail on Jos Balisong. There's a written word there that says Lola, which is grandma in Filipino, and that indicates that the knife that she's holding is owned by her grandma. And so we finally get to see the ever popular transportation vehicle in the Philippines, the king of the road, the jeepney. And on the jeepney's sticker, we can see Philippine flag, has registration, sticker, and more. This could be Ibong Adarna, a Filipino legendary bird with trumpet horns that surrounds it. And a text that says Mabuhay, which means long live, a typical greeting in the Philippines like aloha in Hawaii or something like that. And here we can see coconut trees in the background, which makes sense because our country is a tropical island and we have lots and lots of delicious coconuts. If you could even find trees that are common in the Philippines, it should be coconut, banana, bamboo, and even balete. I'm pretty sure we can see balete in this movie because balete is also used in horror themed movies. And here, Joe and Raisa might be in high school already because they are wearing a high school uniform now. We have Easter eggs here also, probably friends of the artists or the artists themselves. I honestly do not recognize them as known Filipino characters. The written word here could be ambulance and an emergency number. And here's a popular old Pinoy TV. I think Sanyo pa yata ito. And the text here are so hard to read. Maybe sa sine mababasa natin yan. And we now have a pin of soda can, which is typically collected by Pinoy teenagers. And a perdible, which is also common to see among Pinoy students because some of our uniforms had broken zippers, loose buttons, and all. This in particular has written word that says hope, and it has a mushroom pendant for some reason. Well, mushroom is also popular in Pinoy horror folklore. It is a house for the duendes or the dwarves. Now we have here what seems to be a potion. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, or this may be just the ones that they sell outside school. The court battles with designs and suns inside. And we have a guitar pick, which could be significant in the story. And this bubblegum, I think, could be Bazooka Joe, a popular bubblegum during the 90s in the Philippines, which is best for blowing bubbles. I don't know. I'm just overthinking, I think. And in this frame, lots of items had appeared. We now have what might seem to be an agimat or a charm, a beads, a cassette tape, shell, and a Nerf rocket. This movie might be a combination of science, mystic, magic, music, everything. And that photo over there, I think it might be the photo of the grandma who owns the balisong. Yeah, here, what a missed opportunity that they did not go in partnership with Jollibee here. If they just change the color to red, it will instantly be Jollibee, the most popular fast food chain in the Philippines. There's a written word here, Queen of Nakali. And I think Nakali is the fantasy mysterious island inhabited by Pinoys in the movie. Yeah, this text is so unreadable. And as you can see, only Raisa has medals. There must be a reason why. And here we have a clearer picture of the stickers in front of the jeepney. This one is close to MMDA logo, but they made it green instead of blue. And yeah, it's so amazing to see that they use the Philippine sun here as portal. And the stone that she's holding has an engraving of Filipino sun as well. Well, we used to do these kinds of handicrafts in our factory during the 80s. We engraved stones or shells using muriatic acid. And here's a closer look of the beatbox with writings on it, and it says property of Joe and mega melody. Inside there's a cassette tape that says BFF mix. And yeah, here's a giant bird. It seems to be an ibong adarna, which is the mythical bird popular in the Philippine folklore. And on the background we can see the Philippine sun, which is the portal. So I think the Dakali Island has giant statues of the Anitos or ancestor spirits. They also have kubo, a typical Filipino house in the old times. The setting might be inspired by El Nido, Palawan, I think. I think only El Nido has these kinds of rock mountain in the country. And this could be a kapre, a master giant in Pinoy folklore. And you can see here a typical Christmas light in the Philippines that was popular in the 80s and 90s. I think if we would take a shot, every time I say typical, we might be drunk by now. Now, these school desks are typical desks in the schools in the Philippines. I'm not sure if they are the same in other countries, but just by seeing this alone, I already know that I am in Pinoy schools. And also, typical Filipino streets, of course, has cable wires on wooden poles like this. And I'm happy that they make use of the local environment to make an interesting scene. And when Joe says, "Who let the dogs out?" in my opinion, I think the movie might be referencing to the Philippines streets with lots and lots of stray dogs. So that is all the Easter egg I found in this trailer. There must be more. Pa-comment na lang po down below, and please like and subscribe to support this small channel. Maraming salamat po mga kababayan, at mabuhay!